Alright, welcome back, guys. We are going to now be. It's really hard to jump into these different sections of the game as it's such a long playthrough in the sense that there's no real arc or chapter or milestone to really go by other than to see what's in the city that you've worked on. But oh, okay, so this is where we start really exploring the second portal. So seeing these scorpions really freaked me out for a little while because I thought they were really difficult to fight. But this introduced a very key component, which is charging up. So almost every monster that you face here can charge up their attacks. So they can kill you a lot easier this time. So it's a slight challenge, but not enough to really be too difficult. Oh, they made the steak in this game look amazing, like really juicy. Oh, speaking of which, Gina brought me to this really good steakhouse for my birthday. Oh, love that woman. Here I am collecting all this wheat. So when I found out that you could get glass from sand, I started mining up so much sand. But yeah, the rabbits gave steak. It looks amazing. And cactus gave something? I'm not exactly sure what, but I still collected it. Which is by far one of the best features of this game, is that it invites you to discover and try things out for yourself. Oh, this is the guy. He's actually a ghost that introduces himself. And he teaches you how to make the next level of cooking, which is the barbecue. And then if you're smart enough to take the dining table and the decoration plate, you pretty much will get a bistro, which is a restaurant. So this part was weird. All of a sudden you can now realize that monsters can impersonate your village people and that there's poison water. Kind of a sneak peek into the next chapter, but I had no idea of this. When Gina saw this, she thought that she wanted to jump on the idea that Pippa was a evil person all along. Oh, one of the coolest guys that you meet is this blacksmith dude. He fights with a hammer. Pretty badass. There's this one feature I wish that they could incorporate in the game. Like, let's say I were to go out, right? Go on a raid. I should be able to create my own party. Like, tell certain villagers to come with me to, fight with me. How cool would that be? So you kind of have your own little party to bring around, like the original Dragon Quest game. I'm pretty sure Dragon Quest 2 will incorporate that idea. And at this point, I wanted to make the trip worthwhile, so I didn't teleport all the way back. I took advantage of those. I still don't remember this guy's name, and they're Ruby. I don't know what to use Ruby for, but I found a lot of it, and I started collecting or hoarding it. So maybe I should go back and find out what I can do with that said Ruby. So as you unlock each chapter, you can unlock a place called something like Dragon Incognita or something like that. And it's this center overworld that you get to share with other people, apparently. I don't know how that multiplayer works, but and that overworld will only change or increase in what it can offer once you complete these chapters. So granted, you might have a city here, you will move on to the next area and you won't be able to bring the city with you. So in other words, it's a different chapter, it's a different city that you have to create from the ground up. And albeit a discourage to some, it does allow for you to try something new. It starts off from the get-go with like new recipes that you would have otherwise had to work so hard for in this chapter, but they really encourage growth. And so what this third map, or at least this overworld of a map, it allows you to work at your own pace and build something for yourself. So to address the whole problem of not feeling like you could make something and make it grow, that overworld is exactly that. Oh, and take a look at this top right was where, well, a little bit back then, was where a lot of monsters were attacking from the east side now. So I have to go address that. And getting iron. Oh, I love getting new metal upgrade. That means better tools, better armor. But this game is actually very well fleshed out as far as how it introduces new items. Not only do you get better items, better weapons, but you get different furnitures, different items that you can upgrade previous rooms with. So not only do you get the standard improvement of items, but you will get a much wider exploratory inventory to work with. Because right there, not only did I get a new armor, new shield, but it also gave a new way to mine stuff, like new way to improve your town's defense system. I found a little pocket that I could have created to improve the room. And as Gina mentioned yesterday, it's really sad once you see the negative points, because even though you get it back right away, it's just a little sad to see it go away or get in deficit. Oh, here, this is where I start creating the inn. I was quite proud of this one. It was by far the centerpiece of the town. Kind of looked like a town hall since it was in the center. But more importantly, I wanted to make sure that I could see. I was looking so forward into expanding that I wanted to make sure that I would have a bed for everyone once the town grew. And I think I overshot the amount of people who would be visiting or staying at the city by like 4 extra beds out of nowhere. But I was really proud of this one. This was like a small little inn or hotel, which was what I was trying to go for. But turns out that it doesn't recognize that as a town as a whole. So I ended up just taking down the smaller doors and making it all into one building, as you will see here. It's a lot more value as a guest house than 4 separate rooms. And how it's treating it is that the center hall is its own room, which is strange. Being attacked on the east side again. But at that point, starting here, we were reaching a point where the entire city was enclosed by a 2-brick wall. Here we go. Got my first grotty guest house. And see, again, this one didn't require any recipes whatsoever. In fact, this was all just discovered on my own. And I love that I was able to do that. It's such a successful feeling when you discover a new recipe. And I put the blocks in that fashion so that if they were to sleep, they'd have some privacy. Granted, they don't have a door now. At the very least, they don't have to stare into the other room while they sleep. Oh, and this is when I decided to make the town center to look more like a center with a walkway on the left, as you will see here. I decided to downsize my bedroom, my house, so that this place could be a little bit more equal. Way too nice.
So nice.
But that's basically it. I believe there will be more finalization of the town coming up soon, as well as the pyramid. I'm waiting for that episode to come up, but it should be coming up very soon. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.